a fair call on either end, on the offensive end and then again on the defensive end. They're going to use that motivation, no doubt.
Just to bring the viewers up to date, Bogdan Bogdanovic had a chance to win it for the Serbs. He spilled the ball at 4. Then France came down the other end. The referee made a call which sent Geoffrey Laverne to the free throw line with just 1 second left. Here's a French team who take their position on the floor. We're going to pause here momentarily from Madrid, rise to our feet, and honor the national anthems of Serbia and France. Serbian national anthem, God of Justice, or Lord, Give Us Justice, adopted in 2009 by the National Assembly of the Republic of Serbia. French national anthem, La Marseillaise, was written in 1792. The tune became a rallying cry for the French Revolution. And John, right now, French basketball is enjoying a revolution led by Vincent Collet in Eurobasket 2011. In Lithuania, the French took a silver medal. Last summer in Eurobasket 2013 in Slovenia, they won gold. And now the French, John, find themselves with the first ever opportunity to win a medal at the World Cup.
It's amazing, Leon, because coming into these games, everybody's talking about all the people that weren't here, or the players that were missing. And of course, Tony Parker, but then you have a lot of other players like Noah,
Rodrigue
Beaubois. There's a lot of players. Azizar.
Alexis Ajinka not here as well, so there are quite a few players from France who are not here. Our commendations for the French for getting here. As the saying goes, John, you gotta dance with the girl that you brought to the dance when you finally hear the music. And John, here's a Serbia team that have 4 players who have appeared in a semifinal in the World Cup. Teodosic, Krstic, Bjelica, and Markovic all appeared for Serbia in 2010 when they advanced to the semifinals in Turkey.
They do have some experience, but it's been the young guys that have really given them the lift, I think. Krstic's been nursing the injury. He's getting better, which is very important for them. Teodosic has been great also. But it's been the younger players that have surprised us, which shows some great character.
And it's one of those young players there. You just saw Nikola Kalinic, who will start for the Serbs. A young player who came into these championships, this FIBA Basketball World Cup, without a reputation, but he's certainly carving out a place for himself here in this talented Serb team. He's a player that you like. And John, here is the French team. And this is a total team effort from the French. not one of their players averages in double digits. Batum leads the team in scoring with 9 points per game.
That's amazing, isn't it? They have 7 guys that score between 7 and 10 points. Just a total balanced scoring attack. They've got guys coming off the bench that can put up points. They've got guys on the floor that can do it. We've been impressed with their guard play. Those questions coming in here. How's Hertel and Diop going to do? But we saw Hertel against Spain in those closing minutes come up big.
The play of Thomas Hertel, who starts at point guard tonight, and his deputy Antoine Diop has been excellent in the absence of Tony Parker. The two coaches embrace at half court. It is Collet on the right and Sasha Djordjevic on the left. Collet in his 5th year. For Sasha Djordjevic, he's in his 1st year at the helm of the national team. Is Hertel on the left and Milos Teodosic on the right. John Teodosic had 23 points for Serbia in their quarterfinal win against Brazil. It was his best performance of the tournament thus far.
Yeah, he also came in, if you remember, he came in nursing an injury, and he's gone step by step. He stepped his game up, but he's really been looking at the basket, his scoring options. We've really admired his play coming off the screens, catching, scoring to the basket, and shooting. He's shooting at a great, he's shooting 45% from three-point range. He's done a great job.
Well, Teodosic can certainly score. He can also be the provider in Serbia's loss in the 2010 semifinals in Turkey. Teodosic had 11 assists when the Serbs lost by 1 point to Turkey in Turkey. So this is a team that is full of character. They're led by a player of some renown, Sasha Djordjevic. In his playing days, Djordjevic won this competition in 1998 in Athens. He has an Olympic silver medal to his name as well. There's a look at Vincent Collet in his 5th season at the helm of the French team. Well, buenas noches a todos. Good evening and welcome to Madrid. Welcome to La Palacio de Deportes here in the Spanish capital. Just a couple of seconds away from tipping it off in the 2nd semifinal here in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Whoever wins this one earns the right to play Team USA in the final. But John, that will be the furthest thing from these teams' minds tonight. They just want to get a win and worry about tomorrow when it comes.
They're focused on this game. Both teams come in with a lot of confidence. Saw Serbia really win. That's 2 convincing wins against Greece and against Brazil. France struggled, and they were able to pull it out against Croatia, but then they just had an outstanding night against Spain.
Well, good evening and welcome to Madrid. Welcome to the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup, our 2nd semifinal in this competition. And the first possession to the Serbs, who are in their red uniforms. France come out in the white. France in man-to-man defense. There's Teodosic, who curls around the screen. His first shot up and good. And for Serbian hearts, that's an encouraging start.
That's a great start. Good execution. As we see, he's deadly coming off those screens. Uses them very well.
Here's Boris Diaw, loves to operate in the low post. A terrific passer. He'll snap a pass to Batum. Batum inserts it to Geoffrey Lauvergne, and his high arching shot rattles in and out. Markovic with the rebound for Serbia. Markovic with the teardrop, wouldn't bounce. Here's Hertel, who brings it back across the mid-court stripe for France. Diaw draws the double team. This pass intercepted by Teodosic, so excellent job by the Serbs. Here's Markovic in the open court. He'll give it to Nikola Kalinic, and Kalinic goes to the cup.
He goes to the cup straight, hard, aggressive to the basket. We've seen him do it time and time again. Runs it forward very well. That's a nice setup there by his teammate Markovic.
There's Mikhail Zhelobov in the low post. He'll kick it out to Boris Diaw. Diaw tests his range and he threads it.
Diaw is key for this French team. We know he can facilitate. He needs some look at the basket. You see he's already starting off by hitting the first 3. That's going to stretch some defense.
Diaw had 15 points for France in their win against Spain. And you're right, John. With this team, Diaw needs to be a little bit more of a scorer than he's accustomed to. He is a fantastic passer of the basketball. Markovic trying to impose himself on Hertel. The little teardrop shot up and good. And there's one of the young players that you alluded to in our opening comment, John. You like the game of Stefan Markovic.
Oh, Markovic is great, especially I love his defensive pressure on the ball. But we've seen him go in the post. He's been able to score on smaller opponents.
Speaking of in the post, here's Diaw. His little pass to Lauvergne is off the mark because he kind of alligator arms it short. Bjelica finds Radulica, and Radulica shows good patience. His hook shot wouldn't fall, and back come France. Patel rides the screen of Diao. Gelabal ends up with a shot from distance, in and out. Kalanis bleeds out. The Serbs decide to walk it up. John, it's a good matchup here between Nemanja Bjelica and Boris Diao, two players who can play on the perimeter from their position.
Yeah, they both have great ball handling skills. They can pass the ball.
Radulica gets his own miss, and good execution by the Serbs as they saw Radulica with the mismatch. He had Patel in the low post, missed the first opportunity, but he got his rebound and earns himself a trip to the line. Yeah,
he scored 21 points in their first matchup. Laverne was also the one on Serbia that did the best, 19 points. We've seen both of them active in the beginning.
Coming in for France is Rudy Gobert, who will replace Geoffrey Laverne. Gobert, one of the French heroes in the win against Spain. He had 13 rebounds, and that came against the Gasol brothers and Serge Ibaka off the bench.
What a great job he did on the post defense besides those rebounds, but he really impacted the game around the rim. And we haven't seen anybody come close to doing that against this Spanish team.
The question, of course, John, for a young player like Gobert is, can he find a level of consistency and play at that same level again here tonight?
I think one important key for Gobert is his confidence. We see the capability, the tools he has to work with, but he may be lacking some confidence. If he gets off a good start, it's going to be dangerous for Serbia. He imposes his will underneath the basket.
Well, Radulica makes one of two on his trip to the line here of France, back the other way. And Diao in his office. Diao with a turnaround, up and good.
That's a tough shot to guard. He looked like he's going middle like he likes to do. Spun back, really no defense for that type of shot.
Teodosic, big strong hedge by Gobert, a little bit too strong as Radulica is all by himself in the paint, and Teodosic picks him out.
Yeah, it was great pass by Teodosic. Gobert didn't get there in time. He didn't get any help from his teammates rotating.
This pass intercepted, or at least deflected by Stefan Markovic, and he gets a well-deserved round of applause from his coach, Sasa Djordjevic. Here's the pass to Radulica, and he knows what to do with it when he gets it in there. Patel. Diao. Now Diao's going to back down Teodosic. Radulica offers himself in help, and Rudy Gobert with a flush of his own.
That's a great option. If you can get Gobert the ball underneath the basket, if he's got both his feet planted, you know it's going to be a dunk.
Well, Gobert is called upon a little earlier than he's accustomed to by Coach Collet. Getting into the first couple of minutes of the first quarter. Radulica, look away pass to Markovic, it wouldn't drop. Pretty pass by Radulica. Back comes Hertel. He'll hook a pass to Nico Batum with his first opportunity to score, and he strings it.
Great execution. We saw the cut by Markovic on the prior play, but we see how well the French move without the ball. There's cuts to the basket. We saw Batum free himself.
Good ball movement by the Serbs. Radulica shimmies through the lane. He'll move it on to Teodosic, and Teodosic is 2 for 2.
Teodosic is on fire. We've seen this. He is so focused. He has any open look, you know that ball's going in.
Teodosic has just signaled to the bench, John. He was holding his ankle. Let's hope he's okay. As Diao gets a touch in the area he likes to receive it. Gobert is going to screen for Gelabal, who will reject the screen. There's Batum, shot clock at 2. Off the board, no good. Good defense by the Serbs.
Markovic was right in his jersey.
Stefan Markovic and Nikola Kalanis, both gritty defenders for Serbia.
Contesting every shot.
Teodosic right to the rim, and it drops.
Split the defenders, made a beeline to the basket. Nice quickness.
Well, there's an opportunity, John, where he rejected the screen. The defender was shaping to screen and roll defense, and a blow-by by Teodosic. Good read, and it shows the intelligence of the number 4 from Serbia.
That's true. He doesn't stand out for his athletic ability. He displays some quickness on that play, but one thing he certainly does have, besides good court vision, he has a great feel for the game.
Checking in now is Antoine Diot, who has shown a great feel for the game himself. He has played admirably at the point, sharing those responsibilities with Tomáš Hrncel. Now we're seeing Nenad Krstić strip off, come in for Serbia. He'll replace Miroslav Radulica. Krstić has played sparingly throughout this tournament, but Coach Djordjevic goes to him early here in the first quarter, John. That's a good sign for Krstić to get himself involved in the opening quarter of this game.
I agree, and I think he'll do well against Gobert because he gets good position on both ends of the floor.
Collins takes away the penetration of Jelebal. Jelebal shot off the mark. Bjelica with the rebound. Here comes Serbia. Bjelica can really handle the ball on the perimeter. This is another good matchup. Bjelica and Batum, two guys with length. Bjelica with the downtown three, in and out.
That's the one thing he struggled here, is only shooting 22% coming into this game from deep range, but we all know he can hit that shot.
Is called for the travel. So Serbia have played well on defense as you look at Tomáš Hrncel. It's a break on the French bench. Here's a young talent, John, that you love. Bogdan Bogdanovic, the number 7 for Serbia.
Oh, he's fun to watch on both ends of the court. He had a great matchup against Batum that first game. We saw him take it to the basket. Also very good on the defensive end.
It's been a great year for Bogdanovic. He was drafted this summer, the first round, 27th pick of the Phoenix Suns. Fenerbahce next year in Turkey, where he will continue to grow and develop. Teodosic, top of the key. Picks up his dribble again. He finds Krstić, this time in the lane, and that just rims out.
This was the difference. We saw Fournier rotated, picked up Krstić. It's the difference in the play when Radulica was wide open. There was no rotation on the French defense.
Good defense by Fournier as he cuts back door. Now spills it. Markovic comes up with it. Here's Bogdanovic with his first touch of the evening. Teodosic wisely keeps his dribble alive, moves it on to Markovic. His line drive shot is good.
Well, we can see Teodosic can see over the defense. He wanted to hit the roller on that pass, but he's got such great court vision. He saw the other side of the court. Markovic was wide open. The defense had rotated to pick up Krstić.
Shouts of Serbia here in the Palacio de Deportes. In Madrid, Diao shot draws iron. It's again another one-and-done trip for the French. Well, somehow Teodosic picked out Bjelica, couldn't quite find him with the pass. Fournier, another good defensive play. Teodosic draws the foul. John, it was a French team who showed their prowess on the boards. They out-rebounded Spain 50-28. A remarkable statistic, but at the moment, they're not really getting any offensive boards of any note here in the first quarter. And we're going to take our first break here from Madrid. It's a timeout by the French. Serbia lead France in the semi, 17-10. Welcome back to Madrid. Look at Vincent Collet, who's plying his trade inside the French huddle. Look at the numbers thus far. Serbia, John, 2 for 3 from behind the arc. That's an excellent start for them.
Right up their 7 baskets. 5 have been assisted. Moving the ball very well. They've only turned it over 1 time.
Teodosic with 7 points. He's got a field goal from inside the arc and 1 from out it. There's a 3 from Miloš Teodosic. It was a terrific pass there to Radulica. Now Teodosic is going to try to add to his total. He steps to the charity stripe for 2 tiros libre, as they say here in Spain. Free throws. I've learned a lot from you this week.
I've been learning from you. What is that? Three-pointers are troika.
That's it. That's
Serbia.
it. Exactly right. We hope to turn to that for the Serbian fans sometime this evening. Teodosic, who has a fantastic resume. 2010, he was the EuroLeague MVP and the FIBA Europe Player of the Year. Goes 1 for 2. This trip to the line, and here come the French. Gobert. John, I thought he was going to go straight to the basket. He had space and just a little bit too unselfish.
You could see he planted both feet. I was expecting him to wind up and dunk that ball. We've seen him just take off from those positions, but right there he's being unselfish. Look for his teammate in the corner. Threw it too high.
Well, his pass ended up in a bench. The good thing for him, it ended up in the Serbia bench. You don't want those turnovers to end up in the coach's hands or your own team. Serbia cycled the basketball, and Bjelica picks out Markovic like a treat.
That's another assist for the Serbian team. 6 already for their 8 baskets. Markovic moving so well without the ball.
Serbia right now have got the French doubled up 20-10. Fournier gets in the lane. He'll step back for the mid-range jumper, and that is a easy basket for Evan Fournier.
He created that shot very well. Donovan is right on him, but he's able to penetrate to the basket, pull up in time, gets in space to shoot.
Krstić posts and then reposts, gets it back, his reverse layup. Draws the foul from Rudy Gobert. Krstić will step to the line.
No, this is a tough matchup for Gobert. Krstić uses his body so well. He's getting into Gobert's body on both ends of the floor. Not giving Gobert any space to jump and use his length. He's got incredible length that we see with his hands straight up there and trying to touch the rim.
To be fair to Gobert, that's a tough one for him, right? He's pretty much straight up and down, but Krstić initiates the contact, and he's rewarded with a trip to the line.
Yeah, Krstić, I mean, he's a veteran. He knows how to use his body, and a smart play. Gobert kept his hands straight up, but refs saw enough contact to whistle the foul.
This Flo Pietrus, who's come in to replace Boris Diaw with just over a minute to play. Krstić trying to establish that double-digit lead. Shot wouldn't fall. Gobert cleared to the boards for France. Stefan Jovic, number 6 in for Serbia. Kalinic with the fouls is trying to stay close to Nikola Batum. No easy task. You can see right there, Kalinic is trying to fight through the top of the screen, but not enough space for him. It's called for the foul. Fournier. Good inside-out play by the French. Opens up the shot for Diaw. No good. And look at the effort of Nikola Kalinic. Just couldn't find an outlet pass. Not for a lack of trying. Less than a minute to play now. France with another opportunity to trip down the floor.
Serbia is so physical on the perimeter with their perimeter players. They're fast and strong.
Batum pushes a bounce pass to Diaw, who couldn't find space. He has to kick it out to Nikola Batum! And voila! Batum with a 3 at the death of the shot clock.
That was a tough shot. Bogdanovic closed down on Batum, got the perfect arch on it, got over the reach. Bogdanovic.
Coach Djordjevic signals he wants a last shot. There's 10 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Bjelica feathers a pass to Krstić, who finds Kalinic on the backdoor cut. It was a tough reverse layup. And to any American fans watching, you might be screaming at your television that was goaltending in international play. Once the ball strikes the rim, anybody, offensive or defensive, any player can come in and touch it. Well, at the end of the first quarter, Serbia lead by 6 against the French. It's 21-15. Here's a look at the numbers in the game thus far. John, anything that jumps out at you?
Serbia shooting with very high percentages. Just because they're moving the ball, they're sharing it. They're getting a lot of assists. France is hanging in there, but they haven't been able to get an offensive rebound still. Serbia's also only got 1 offensive rebound.
his 6 assists you can see from Serbia. France with 5 turnovers. That will not please Coach Collet. You and I have talked about the target as about 10 or 12 turnovers per game as an objective.
10 or 12. You don't want to go anything past that.
John, in a game like this, the semifinals, the coaches, they tempted to tighten up their rotation, maybe play 7 or 8 as opposed to 10 or 12.
Well, we saw both these coaches go to the benches early. We've seen some substitutions early in this game, and I think they're just going to read. They're going to read how their players are performing.
Get a look at
both benches are so deep. They've got a lot of options.
Get a look at the characteristic way in which the Serbians start each game. One of the assistant coaches tugs the whiskers of Radulica, who has come up with a new nickname from the Serbian fans. They call him Ca because of Brada. Serbian is a beard. Teodosic comes back out for the Eagles of Serbia. They'll start with Jovic, Krstic, Bjelica, Bogdanovic. Teodosic. France come out with Diop, Fournier, Gobert, Flo Pietrus, and Nicolas Batum. Batum steps back against the man. Bjelica draws the back of the rim. Teodosic digs out the rebound for Serbia. Teodosic turns the corner of the screen. A little pass to Jovic, and Jovic won't get an easier opportunity tonight. Just left it short.
Yeah, we see again an excellent cut by Jovic. He short-armed that shot. Length of Gobert definitely bothered him.
Batum now going to try to use his advantage over Jovic. Kicks to Fournier. Fournier's 3 on the way. That is partially deflected by Bjelica. It shows his attributes as a perimeter defender. Teodosic doesn't look inside and then knocks down another 3. Teodosic is in fuego.
Yes, he is sharp. We see it again. There's nothing but net. Hold up. If you're France, you do not want to give him any clean looks at the basket.
Teodosic with 11. Batum, his shot, draws the front of the rim. Flo Pietrus with a rebound, John. And finally, the French get to the backboard, and you need these hustle plays. In fact, the last 2 possessions, they've had Flo Pietrus here with 1, and then they kept a previous possession alive. So maybe Coach Collet spoke about getting to the backboard in the huddle. Well,
I think Flo Pietrus is in there. I mean, he's done great work on the boards, but I think his primary responsibility right now is to shut down Bjelica.
Fournier with a heavy play off the back of a defender, but the ball wouldn't bounce kindly to him.
Saw that schoolyard play there.
That's one of the plays you never want to get caught. Being victimized by terrific backdoor cut by Teodosic as he acknowledges the pass. It's Bogdanovic who's the provider. Batum. He runs into a double team. Jovic gives it to Krstic in the break. And Krstic is probably as glad as anyone to hear the whistle. Sadly, it's Nicolas Batum who's down. And look at the sportsmanship here of Coach Djordjevic, who just wants to go out and help Batum. Or maybe he's doing the Gaelic shrug and roll his shoulders a little bit to say, is he really injured?
He's going to step on him, get him while he's down. We saw Krstic take the ball here. And he heard that whistle. I wonder if he's thinking, are they going to call a carry or something?
I'm sure he was looking for the referee to see if he was signaling the travel. Well, it's Jovic who gave it to him. Jovic a little bit excited that he's into the semifinal, the young guard, but Batum is still down, so let's hope that he's able to recover and continue to play a part in this game.
Needless to say, Batum is an important player to this French team, and we've seen him make some spectacular plays. He made it look easy. We always ask ourselves, why doesn't he do that more? Because he's got so much talent. Nicolas Batum, we see him get to his feet.
Well, you always worry with head injuries, don't you, John? And it's always best to just be as cautious as you can. Give the player the time he needs, and let's hope it's just a minor collision. Jovic sportingly packs him on the back, but Batum's going to need to come out and see the physio. Physio's going to have to wield his magic. Those are worrying scenes right there for French fans. Here's the collision.
Yeah, he got him good. That is painful. He got hit.
You got a couple of bumps like that in your career?
I don't know if I got hit that hard, but yeah, that's painful. You saw he took the full bruit of that contact.
Let's hope he's not concussed, because France can certainly use him. Lovern checks in for Batum. Radulica catches the ball amongst a sea of white jerseys. Couldn't finish, but he'll get a trip to the line. Nice pass by Jovic, and as I like to say, John, the bounce pass is the scoring pass.
I agree with you. I love the bounce pass, especially in those situations. Very difficult for the defense to get down and catch that pass or deflect it.
Serbia with an 11-point lead. Look at the Serbian bench. This is Miroslav Radulica, who's putting forth a resume, John, potentially to be one of the all-tournament selections in this competition.
He got up to a great start, scoring. He's been dominating inside. He's definitely got to get some consideration for some kind of honor like that.
Played for the Milwaukee Bucks last year, did Radulica. In 2010, he was a Serbian League MVP. Pietrus left by himself. Shot just falls softly off the rim. Back come the Serbs as they try to turn the screw a little bit here. Radulica left by himself, and he goes straight to the cup.
That was impressive right there. I thought you saw Burchich cutting to the basket, but watch his composure here. Pause, saw an open space, took off. He's gonna jump off both feet.
He sends it down, and Krstić gets behind his teammate in the big man union. Serbia have got France doubled up. It's 30-15.
How about that intensity by Vlade Divac? He's watching. He looks like he wants to be on the court.
Yeah, exactly right. It's good to see that the past players are here.
We see Vlade Divac across from the Serbian bench, encouraging, clapping, applauding for his guys.
Divac, member of this team when it used to be the all-Yugoslavia team, which included Slovenia, Croatia, Serbia, Montenegro, and Macedonia. How those republics play individually, and there's Stefan Markovic, who's enjoying himself so far for Serbia, as well he should. Here's a look at some of his highlights. Well, John, I think this is a big moment for Boris Diaw, the captain of the team. He really needs to come in and help settle the squad. Probably needs to score a bit. Right now, this is a French team that are on the ropes, and they're without their superhero, Nicolas Batum.
Let's see if Diaw takes Burchich down low. Looks like Serbia's coming out in a zone defense.
So we see our first zone here of the evening. Lovern flashes to the high post of the 2-3 zone.
That's a smart play by Jordan coming out of timeout.
Changing the defense a little bit. The shot short by Hertel. The second effort no good by Diaw, but Lovern with the tip.
And that's one of the problems of playing zone defense. It's tough to keep the players off the boards because you don't have a particular assignment.
Lovern was the leading rebounder in EuroLeague this past season. The KK Partizan club from Belgrade, so that's a much-needed basket for the French. Speaking of baskets, Teodosic's shot is wayward, and that's a good closeout by Flo Pietrus.
Yeah, Teodosic rushed his shot a little bit. You saw him try to shoot that off the dribble, released it quicker than he wanted to.
There's the tip in by Geoffrey Lovern, or Joe Low as they call him. Hertel into Lovern. Kicks to Diaw. It's one piece of Lovern's game, John, I'd love to see to improve. You know, you've got the ball right in the heart of the defense. He stands 2'11", he's 6'11", but he just lacks a bit of explosiveness to go up in a crowd and take it strong to the basket.
Yeah, he's got good length also, and if he just goes up with a half-jump hook, he's going to get it over the defenders. We saw him opt to pass the ball. Also, we saw Diaw with a clean look at the basket. He opted to pass the ball.
Sometimes you have a responsibility to score for your teammates. Gelabal rises over Bogdanovic, and that's a tough mid-range jump shot for Mikhail Gelabal.
Like Bogdanovic might have even got a piece of his forearm. Gelabal hit a tough shot.
So France have clawed themselves back in it. They now trail by 11 as both teams go to their benches. Serbia lead France here in Madrid 30-19.
Znači napadnite preko petice ovde, Birča ovo, ne daj bre, daj bre da ti dodam sad. Okej, igrajte samo naše nastavke, ako lopta ide dole, Radulj, Birča penji se gore, Teo koner i Boga koner, idemo preko njega, ovo još.
Now we're looking here at Coach Sasha Djordjevic, who's plying his trade. He was a fantastic player, a two-time European Player of the Year in Eurobasket. 1997, he was an MVP. I told you already, he's won a World Cup gold medal, an Olympic silver medal. But he seems to be making the transition to a coach very easily. He's so impressive in the press conferences. We've seen him, I don't know, is this the 8th or 9th time we've seen him, and he looks like an accomplished coach.
Well, proof of that is how Serbia plays. They play very clear. They have clear objectives. They get the ball inside. They move the ball. We see them very tough on the defensive end also. They just play under control, and that's definitely the merits of the coach.
There's some French people who are looking to the heavens.
By the way, you don't have to tell me anything about Sasha Djordjevic. I played against him many times. He came up on the losing end, too many of them.
I'm sure you like him a lot better when you're sat here and you get to interview him before and after games than when you had to guard him.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy, great basketball mind.
Dulic loses the balance, and John, maybe just talk us through how Flo Pietrus guarded in the low post here.
Yes, this call, he pulled the chair out from Raduljica. He leans on him, lets him feel him, and then he gets away quickly. If we see the replay, smart play by Pietrus, who's strong, but he gives up weight to Raduljica. But he got down low. I like how he gets down low on defense, gets good leverage, and just pulls off that contact. I think Raduljica lost his balance.
Hertel. His baseline jump shot up and good. So the last 3 trips down the floor, the French have scored. They did trail by 15. Now it's single digits. Less than 6 to play here in the first half of our second semifinal. Whoever wins this will play Team USA here in Madrid. Count is back in the game for Serbia. Markovic off the left hand, up and good. We've got our first and one of the evening.
Great strength by Markovic to finish this play. Gelabal was hanging on his arm, but right there, Markovic shows his strength.
There's the left-handed drive and the right-handed finish. Foul on Gelabal.
I was watching that play. Hertel was just not playing team defense. He was just denying the ball to Teodosic. Opens up a lot more space, but you can see the French principles on defense. They do not like to have the ball in Teodosic's hands. It's important if a guy like Markovic can make some plays like that, open things up.
Markovic's and one, rolls around and out. Back comes France. Hertel with a hesitation. He loses the ball. It's up fortuitously in the hands of Gelabal. Hertel gets it back. Trying to break down Kalinic. Shot clock at 5. Hertel with a shake and a shimmy, and this time he's stripped by Bjelica. Now the shot clock is at 3.
Great help defense by Bjelica. But Kalinic with the active hands, quick feet, basically able to keep him in front. Great job, one-on-one defensive.
Diao and Gelabal make the same cut. Now it's a turnover. It's a 3-on-1 for Serbia. Kalinic finishes off the break.
He's so good at running the floor and finishing those plays.
And that's what he does, John. You know, he just scores a little bit in transition for you. He'll get a rebound. He'll guard. Last time down the floor, he guarded Hertel and took away the penetration. And you need those glue guys as Gelabal and Dulic to talk about some good tapas restaurants in Madrid.
Look at this play. He gets Raduljica pretty good right there. So he immediately apologizes. Raduljica barely felt it. Look at him.
Wow, great sportsmanship. These teams know each other well. They came through Group A. They spent a week in Granada together. They're extending their stay here in Madrid.
That's right. They're in the same hotels. These teams eat in the same. See plenty of each other.
Hurtel with the shot clock at 10, directs traffic for France, calls Lovern for the high screen. Diaw, extra pass to Hurtel, who rises for the three. It won't fall. Boris Diaw, his reverse layup up and good, John. And France now must have got the message from you to say, get to the backboard and get some offensive rebounds.
That's been the difference.
France with their 4th offensive rebound here in the first half, all of them coming this quarter. Stepped through by Teodosic, and he has 15 points. We still have 4 minutes to play in the first half. Bounce pass down the lane to Lovern. Good rotation by Markovic, but Lovern keeps his composure and puts it up and in. Teodosic finds space, you just cannot leave him open.
You cannot leave him open, and especially if he's got his feet set like that. He's just on fire.
He has 18, does Teodosic. Lovern wanted it in the low post, didn't get it. Nicolas Batum back in the game for France, which is fantastic to see. Hurtel stripped from behind by Markovic. It's a 4-on-2 as Serbia try and press their numbers. Pass inside the Bjelica. Unselfish basketball by Milos Teodosic.
Great ball movement, everybody filling a lane. Bigs are running the floor. Great execution by the Serbian team.
Well, Serbia surpassed their largest lead. It's now 16. They have led by 15. Markovic called for the foul as he tried to shoot a passing lane.
Look at the physicality of this Serbian perimeter players. As we see how deep Teodosic was when he got that shot off.
Just a mental lapse by Mikel Jelabal, and John, with a player like Teodosic, you've got to concentrate all the time, don't you, when you're guarding him?
I'm sure he thought, well, he's far enough outside the three-point line. You know, I've got a chance to relax. That's not the case. Teodosic has deep range. You cannot rest. You cannot relax. Not even 1 second on him.
Gobert checks in for Les Bleus. Kalinic with the steal. Kalinic in the open court. Nikola Kalinic with the finish.
Great play on both ends of the court. We see it again. Getting to the basket and finishing. Show some ball handling skills.
Here's a skip pass to Hurtel. Here's a little up fake. Finds space, but his shot is off the mark. It was flat, didn't have good rotation, John. And now France get called for a foul as they compete for the offensive rebounds. It's on Boris Diaw. Just his first personal foul.
Bogdanovic had inside position. We see it there. He was pushed just enough. Knocked off bounds by Diaw, who didn't like that call.
Multilingual as Boris Diaw. I think he used English that time. Teodosic gets a break. John Bogdanovic has not scored yet for Serbia. Kalic's pass intended for Radulica, broken up by Batum.
They cannot foul to stop the break.
And Bjelica knocks it out of the cylinder. And who's the first guy to get it? It's Nikola Kalinic tries to keep it alive, and you just love the Serbian fans over there, John. They're so rewarding. There's a tip by Bjelica, who defends his goal.
Serbian definitely know their basketball. They can appreciate those efforts.
Extra pass to Edwin Jackson. Jackson comes in and knocks down a much-needed jump shot for the French.
Well, it was Jackson that came in that third quarter and turned the game around the first time these two teams met. Serbia's going to have to get out on him. He can heat up in a hurry.
Jackson had 12 points in that third quarter for France. Bjelica to the rim. Gobert with the block. Here's Diaw to Jackson. He'll move it on to Dio. Batum in the corner. Radulica commits the foul.
We see the replay of this block shot. Gobert goes and blocks a left-handed shot from Bjelica. Bjelica, look at this. The left hand, he's so long, he was able to reach over there, get a piece of it. Smart play by Batum. Serbia's in the penalty. It'll be 2 free throws.
Nicola Batum with 6 points so far this evening. You see Nikola Kalinic go to the bench. Both of tonight's teams come in with matching 5-2 records thus far in the tournament. France, presently ranked 8th in the world according to the FIBA ranking systems. Serbia, 11th. These two teams came through Group A, which we called the Group of Death, John, but ironically it was the Group of Life because all 4 of teams from Group A beat the teams from Group B in the top 16 phase to advance to the quarters.
That's true, they did it convincingly.
It's Bogdanovic, and his shot rattles in.
He really set up that play. I was watching him. He's off the ball. He had a staggered pin down screen for him. He changed his pace. He started to go. He stopped, got the deep, froze the defense, and came off that screen. Knocked it down, squared his shoulder, knocked it down.
Markovic with his second personal. There's the 3 by Bogdanovic. Georgievich was annoyed at that foul as well he should be, because Serbia at this stage want that clock to keep ticking over.
Yeah, and any foul right now results in 2 free throws for the French team.
Batum averaged 13 points per game and 7.5 rebounds per game last season for the Portland Trailblazers. He's the leading scorer for France, an average of 9.9 points per game. He has 10 so far this evening, so Batum rising to the challenge. Now he's got to guard Teodosic. Does a good job making Teodosic give the ball up. Bay leads the shot clock at 4. Krstić from the baseline. I think he tries to draw the foul, but the referees would have none of it. The defense by Gobert. Here's Diaw. Jackson spots up. He was on line just a little too firm as it struck the back of the rim for Edwin Jackson.
That was a good option for the French team. Jackson was just off on that shot, though.
Krstić, top of the key. There's Teodosic. He's fouled by Gobert.
See Gobert doing an excellent job hedging. He's called for the foul there. Blows play. It'd be interesting to see if France sticks with Batum on Teodosic. He's doing an excellent job.
He is doing an excellent job with just 26.9 seconds left. How will Coach Collet see this game out? He'll take out Rudy Gobert, who has 2 personals. It's the 4th team foul on France, so Serbia do not yet shoot. Sideline ball for the Eagles of Serbia. Here's Bogdanovic. Krstić in the low post. Now Batum has to guard in the blocks, and Batum showed his versatility from Teodosic to Krstić. 10 seconds left in the first half of play in our semifinal between France and Serbia. France trying to get the last shot. Diaw spins in the lane, rises over Teodosic. He got it off in time, but Teodosic does just enough on defense. Diaw couldn't get the last basket for France. Well, France trail by 14 as the teams go to the halftime changing room. There's your score in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup semis. It's Serbia 46 and France 32. John, if you look at the shots taken, so France have taken 30 shots, as have Serbia. Both teams have taken the same amount of shots, which should give the French some hope and comfort. They're not making many shots. It's part of the problem with only just 32 points at halftime.
Yeah, they're struggling. They're also struggling with turnovers. They've turned the ball over 10 times. And Serbia has scored 18 points after turnovers, as opposed to the French team's only been able to score 8 points after their turnovers from Serbia. I think also Serbia has been able to get out on the break, and that's where they scored a lot of points in transition.
You saw the 10 turnovers from the French. And Vincent Collet has said in his interviews, you know, we're a team that struggles to score. France averaged 73 points per game. They're 14th in the tournament, so you wouldn't expect a team that's 14th in offensive production to be here in the semis.
Well, their defense has done the job for them, especially we saw them shut down Spain, allowing only 52 points. That potent Spanish offense.
We'll come back and join us in 10 minutes for continuing coverage of the semifinal between France and Serbia.
Así que contamos segundos. Aplausos para el equipo verde. 7 segunditos. Mamma mía, qué energía tienen esos dos. ¡Qué bueno! Es la vasca. Animamos el descanso del partido. ¡Arriba Madrid! ¡A romper la pista! Que alguien avise a esta chica, por favor. Hello. Eso es. Y con ella nos vamos. Gracias a todos. Gracias por bailar con nosotros.
Buenas noches y bienvenidos a Madrid. Welcome back to La Palacio de Deportes here in the Spanish capital. It's halftime in this semifinal game between Serbia and France. Serbia with a comfortable 14-point cushion. They lead the French 46-32. John, if you're Coach Collet, what sort of things do you need to do? What sort of changes do you need to make to get yourselves back in this game?
Well, we saw at the end there, they put Batum on Teodosic. Just going to be key to slow down Teodosic. He's shooting 7 of 8 from the field and just really doing whatever he wants to out there. He's already scored 18 points. So if you're Vincent Collet, you want to limit your turnovers. They turn the ball over a little too much. And definitely, you got to do something to stop Teodosic.
France with 10 turnovers, and oh, by the way, the French have not scored in transition. By contrast, the Serbs have 8 points. John, there is some bad news for the French. We know that this is a Serbia team that are absolutely outstanding, or have been outstanding in the third quarter in this tournament. Most notably, they scored 32 points against Brazil, 25 points against France the last time these two teams have met. So they are a potent offense in the third quarter, these Eagles of Serbia.
Yeah, I think that's because they regroup at halftime. Georgievich does a great job of getting these guys prepared to come out strong in the third quarter. We've seen that time and time again.
Well, welcome back to Madrid. Welcome back to this second semifinal. between Serbia and France. The USA beat Lithuania in the semifinal last night in Barcelona. Whoever wins this plays the Americans for the gold. Shot clock at 3. Bjelica with a deep 3, and that is off the mark. So that's exactly how the French want to start this game, John. They want to get defensive stop after defensive stop.
Yeah, we saw them. Each guy was connected to their man off the ball. They were very tight. Their ball pressure, and everybody was concentrating on that defensive possession. They've got to keep that up.
Here's Batum on the baseline. Little sweep move. Kalinic bodies up, takes away the penetration. Now the shot clock under 10 for Les Bleus. Dio with a hesitation. His scoop shot just wouldn't fall. That's the third, I think, if I'm right, John, tip by Nemanja Bjelica to save a basket for the Serbs.
That's 6 points for you.
So Serbia come out with Teodosic, Markovic, Bjelica, Radulica, and Kalinic. Markovic finds Kalinic. I beg your pardon, Teodosic. How can I mistake him?
What?
Another shot by Teodosic, up and good.
He stepped into that 3. He's got so much confidence on his shot right now.
Well, Teodosic is 4 for 5 from behind the arc, and he's 4 for 4 from inside it. John, it's almost like whoever guards Teodosic should have no help responsibilities. Step back 3, good by Batum. And it's Batman coming to the scene.
I'll tell you what, he's got such skills. He makes those plays look easy. You ask yourself, why doesn't he do it again?
Diao guarding in the low post, really fronting Radulica. This is a small French lineup. They have Dio, Batum, Diao, Jackson, and Gelabal. Perhaps the smallest French lineup we've seen in the whole tournament, John.
Well, they put an offensive unit out there, definitely. This team, they're playing some defense, but especially with Edwin Jackson, it gives them that extra offensive punch.
Markovic to Radulica. Teodosic. He got his feet set, thought about it, pulled back. There's a rare miss this evening from the Serbian number 4. Batum crosses over, and Bjelica and Markovic collectively stop. Batum going past to Radulica, who spins, and this time it's Bjelica who tips it in on the offensive end.
But look how Serbia gets out on the break. All 5 players run. Teodosic has it. Radulica goes right to the basket. Good follow by Bjelica.
Radulica showing how to be a rim runner. The big guy running down the floor, getting straight to the rim. Something you talk about a lot, John. Get right to the basket, not to the blocks. Jackson, can he get the French going in and out? France to dig in and defend here. They trail by 16. Still plenty of time for Les Bleus to get back in this. Teodosic's pass ends up in the hands of Markovic. 5 on the shot clock. Markovic spins. He is stripped. Gelabal comes up with it. Now France push the ball down the floor. Can Jackson finish? Can't. Good hard move by Jackson. And Bjelica commits the foul so the Serbian team can regroup. There's a tactical foul that we see, which is part and parcel of the game here, Johnny. A foul just to stop the basketball so your teammates can get back on defense.
Well, every possession is so important in these games. 40-minute games, every single possession is important. You never want to give them an easy basket, certainly not in transition situations.
Dio pulls the trigger on a good-looking 3. That won't fall. Kalinic tips it to Krstić. Also played by Nikola Kalinic. Serbian fans with the Serbia shout. Teodosic somehow gets a bounce pass to Krstić, who can't finish the play. Back come France. The foul by Markovic. So still, John, France without any fast break points and just good tactical play here by Markovic.
Smart heads-up play. As long as your team is not in the penalty, you want to stop any advantage your opponent has.
Just the second team foul on the Serbs. Diop goes at Kirsten. That's a tough bucket by Antoine Diop, the 6 for France.
A smart play. Used his body, absorbed the contact, still was able to finish against the bigger player, Kirstic.
Kirstic wants it in the low post against Diao. Bjelica in the lane, off the window, up and good with what they call a bezo here in Spain. A little kiss.
Kiss off the glass. We saw great ball handling skills again by Bjelica to get to the basket. Very good going right.
Jelly ball. Caught everybody sleeping. Worried look by Geoffrey Laverne, and Bjelica just apologizes to Jelibal for the foul. Stefan Jovic going to come in for Stefan Markovic. Jackson, backdoor cut. Jelibal pop. Mid-range jumper, no good. And again, just one trip for the French, so they rebounded well. Second quarter on the offensive end. Need to revisit that theme as we pass the midway mark of the third quarter. Serbia in no hurry. Bjelica from the elbow. No good. Great box out by Boris Diaw. Mismatch now with Kirstic. Jackson with a dribble drive. Back rim, and again, just one trip for France. Jovic with the rebound for Serbia. On Serbia really setting the tempo that suits them here with this lead.
They like to get the ball inside early.
It's a little head and shoulders fake to open the baseline jump shot just off the mark. And that's what happens when you go compete for an offensive rebound. You might not get it, but you get an extra possession.
Good things happen. We see Kalinic aggressively following his shot. One thing I liked about the Serbia offense, they get the ball inside early, whether it's to Kirstic, could be a guard. They look to get the ball on the block and attack from there. Guys move very well without the ball. You see so many effective cuts.
Coach Golay shuffles his deck again. He brings in Gobert, who deflects it out of bounds to Martel. Golay looking for the right combination. He just needs somebody to give the team a spark, don't you, John? Somebody off the bench to provide a little je ne sais quoi, shall we say, to the French trying to get themselves back in this. The travel, good hard-nosed defense by Mikhail Jelibal causes travel on Kalinic.
Yeah, moved his foot there.
Zoom on the wing for France, guarded by Bogdanovic, gets a handoff from Boris Diaw. That's terrific execution by the French. And Diaw gives a shout to his teammates and says, let's go.
That's what you got to do against pressure defense. We've seen the French do it in previous games. Use that handoff. The team was so smooth coming off those handoffs, catching and shooting.
Great rotation by the French as Diaw guards Kirstic. Gobert stepped out of the screen and roll, and Diaw rotated over.
Still a 14-point lead by Serbia, but you can feel the French team has a different look coming out here in the third quarter. Very good on the defensive end, and they're starting to get things going offensively. This game is far from over.
John, in many ways, Serbia are lucky to be here. They finished 7th in the European Championships Eurobasket 2013 last summer in Slovenia. Ordinarily, it's one of the top 6 European teams that qualify for the World Cup, and as Spain were the hosts, the extra spot went to Serbia, and they grabbed their opportunity.
And they've done extremely well. They deserve to be here the way they're playing.
Nice jump hook by Gobert to get it to 12. Great pick and roll defense again by Gobert. He hustles back to guard Krstić. Krstić offers himself. Nice pass by Bogdanovic as he draws the help.
That was an important offensive possession. Bogdanovic got down low, got past his defender. Looked like he was going to try to finish himself, but smartly passed the ball to wide open Krstić.
See how Bailey just steps off Diaw. Jelly ball in the corner. That's no good. Diaw can't keep it alive. Teodosic with the rebound. Krstić's scoop shot, up and good. Gets it underneath the arm of Rudy Gobert.
He wouldn't have been able to go over. That was a smart move. Went under Gobert.
Diaw doesn't take many threes. That one would drop for him. Serbia go back to a 16-point lead. Vincent Collet wants a timeout. Waves it off. He'll bring in Evan Fournier. Roger Lavelle.
He's looking for some offense. He's got several guys that can do it, but nobody's been able to get on track. What a great play by Bogdanovic, setting up Krstić on that play. Look at Krstić, how he uses his body. It goes under the outstretched arms of Gobert.
Straight line drive on dribble penetration, and Kalinic goes to the line for Serbia.
A setup by Krstić, getting deep possession in the post, kicking it back out to the perimeter. Kalinic doesn't settle for the three-pointer. He goes in, draws contact with 2 free throws.
Kalinic is headed to Red Star Belgrade next year. Played last summer World University Games. Bronze medal, and then he went and played for Serbia at the European Championship. So it's quite a busy summer for this young man. He's 22 years old. This is the second free throw, and Bertel with the rebound. Serbia reestablished that 16-point lead. Bertel keeps his dribble alive, but it's static by the French. He can't find a pass. Bertel will call his own number, and that's a 2.
Bertel is going to have to make a few plays like that. Definitely need to lift this French offense.
Bertel with 4 points tonight. Dosic getting a rest on the bench for the Serbs. Here's Bogdanovic. His pass to Krstić. Krstić will go to the line for 2 shots.
Krstić is so good at setting screens. Let's see if we see the replay. He'll set the screen and he rolls hard to the basket. He's a big target. He can catch the ball on the roll, on the move. He usually finishes.
Bogdanovic, John, we know, played a lot of point guard this past season with his club, Partizan. He's more of a 2 or a 3, but shows his versatility there. He assumed the point guard duties. Nice pass to Krstić. Krstić makes both free throws. Krstić has 7. It's Teodosic who's really leading the Serbs with 21 points. Everyone else in single digits for the Eagles. Fournier for France. Batum points his feet at the basket and then gets the shooter's roll. It's a 3 for Batum. France desperately need to stop this trip down the floor. Back in the game. Tries to get Gobert to commit. Jump hook is up and good. He gets a knock in the chops, and then he smiles to his teammates. Here's your last possession of the third quarter. France trail by 15. Bertel directing traffic for the French. Wants to break down Kaunitz. Finds Fournier in the corner, just a little bit too late for France. And John, that's emblematic of how labored a performance this has been for the French. They're not on their game. By contrast, the Serbs are comfortably in front. We'll take a break at the end of 3 quarters of play. Serbia lead France in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup, 61-46. John, look at France. They've attempted 20 three-point shots, twice as many shots from behind the arc as the Serbs.
Yeah, that's uncharacteristic for this French team, especially if they're shooting such a poor percentage.
They were better with the basketball this quarter, just the 1 turnover. John, put yourself in the French huddle. You're down by 15. What kind of wisdom is the coach Collet going to try and impart on his players here?
They're going to have to push the tempo. Only got 10 minutes left in this game. Again, get some stops on defense, but then get the ball out of transition. Try and get some easy, quick hitters. You've got plenty of guys that are threats from 3-point distance on the floor. You'd like to see Batum really be assertive also and look at the basket.
France still have not scored any fast break points. Serbia with 8. There's Nikola Batum with his numbers. He has 18 points, so he's answering the call. Is Batman, but he needs some help from his teammates. Psychologically, John, you want to get to 10 with at least 5 minutes, 10 or fewer points, with at least 5 minutes to play if you're France?
Yes, you want to get that deficit to single digits as soon as you can. If you get it within 5, 6, 4 minutes, you can make a run. Just as I want to just mention, the Serbian perimeter defenders are so tough. They've got such great length and strength on the perimeter. It's really made life difficult for the French team.
Fournier lets fly from the French. That's a good way to start it.
Well, there was a clean look, a rare clean look that France has had in this game. Fournier, you don't want to give him a clean look because he's going to knock it down.
Fournier's breakout game came in the quarterfinals against Croatia. He had 13 points. Until that point, he's been a bit player on this French cast. There's the captain, Diao, supporting his teammates from the bench. Bogdanovic. How far Gobert can step, and he can hustle back to Raduljica. A lot of that is because of the pressure defense by Nikola Batum. Shot clock at 7. Gobert, hang on to your hat. Here goes Nikola Batum with the flush for France. And Coach Djordjevic is going to take a timeout early. It's 10 points, John. You talked about getting to single digits. France have got it to 10 in 40 seconds. We'll take a break in the fourth quarter. Serbia lead France 61-51. Allez les Bleus.
Znači sve vreme igrao pick and roll. Sve vreme igrao pick and roll. Znači mora se rešimo da nađemo ovo. I ovako nađemo dalje. Odmah lagano.
Well, John, I think that this is an excellent timeout by Coach Djordjevic. It's only 40 seconds into the quarter, but he wants to stem that tide of momentum swinging over to the French.
Yeah, they have to take care of the ball on the offensive end, certainly. But defensively, they cannot give France any clean looks from the three-point line. They're going to have to run those guys off the three-point line. If they give up a 2, they give up a 2, but they do not want to give an easy three-point basket.
I'm going to commend the referees, John. Mark this date down in your diary. I thought the refereeing was very good there. You saw the Serbs were trying to commit a foul to prevent the breakaway layup for Batum, but the referees allowed play to develop, and Batum capitalized with the easy dunk. Let's commend the French, too, on their defense. Gobert was integral to that screen and roll defense, which is Up the French in those opening 40 seconds.
Yeah, we've seen Gobert do such an excellent job of pick and roll coverage. He's got such good length, but he's so agile he can recover. You don't see too many 7-footers that can do that.
So Markovic comes in for the serves. Pietrus trying to break up Bjelica. This is the foul. Important possession now. The mark of a good timeout, John. Can you come out and execute an offense and get a good look?
We'll see the defense of the French team. As we said, Batum is all over Theodosic, cannot get the ball.
Dives to the basket. Pietrus rotates around. He gets called for the push. 2 quick fouls by Flo Pietrus. John, you love the aggression of the French, but they've committed their 3rd team foul.
It's early for, that's three team fouls already in the first minute of this fourth quarter. Pietrus had excellent position, but he used his hands.
French fan, I presume, was crossing her fingers. She very well may be crossing her toes as well. Theodosic to Bjelica. Bjelica's shot in and out. Here's Fournier in the open court, and it's Bogdanovic with the foul.
Well, we can feel the French team making their move. Serbia is definitely on their heels now. This is a poor defensive possession. They got to establish what they did for practically this entire game. They're going to have to come up with some stops here.
So France clawing themselves back in it. The captain on the bench, Diao. Here's Batum. 20 points this evening. He'll kick to Hertel. Hertel lets fly, and that rims out. Pietrus keeps it alive. It's those hustle plays that you need when you're chasing a deficit.
Yeah, it gives them an extra possession. Great play by Pietrus. Tireless worker.
With this trip, the French can get into single digits. What a psychological lift that would give them. Batum's got to get the ball in. No, he does. He feathers it past to Hertel. Comes off the stagger screen, does Batum. Little give and go with Gobert. Off-balance shot. No good by Batum. Shot clock running down. Here come the Serbs. Bjelica kicks to Markovic. Markovic looks at his feet. Just shoots too strong.
Yeah, it's nice to see Serbia got out and ran on that fast break. Weren't able to convert on the transition play. Both bigs ran the floor very well.
Well, the Serbian fans can feel the nervous anxiety shown by their players. The Serbian fans on their feet trying to give their team a lift. Hertel somehow gets it to Fournier. And Fournier is dispossessed from behind by Theodosic.
I think Hertel has a valid argument there. Bogdanovic looked like he wanted to just drop that penetration with the foul. Ref didn't call anything. Play continued. Serbia was able to come up with a turnover.
Foul goes on Gobert. It's his 3rd. This time Collet is going to leave him in the game for France. Theodosic's changed directions. He's just trying to lose Batum. There's Gobert again, who steps out. Again causes problems. Here's France. Hertel looking for a pass ahead. Hertel in transition. It won't drop. Raduljica falls with the basketball. Hertel ties him up. And a held basketball. Possession will go to the Serbs. The game just won't turn for France, will it?
No, Serbia's fighting to stay in front. You still feel the momentum. I think the French team, they have a different psychology right now. They're much more aggressive on both ends of the floor. There's plenty of time still. You have to continue the job you're doing on defense. If you're Serbia, you might not want to run that pick and roll with Batum and Gobert. They're excellent at defensive pick and roll coverage.
Gobert and Pietrus switch. That's a kind switch for the French. What a fantastic pass by Nemanja Bjelica as he shovels it past to Markovic, and Markovic isn't going to miss that layup.
That was such a nice pass. He got it off so quick. Almost looked like he lost the ball, but obviously with his left off the dribble, found the open teammate. Look at that pass.
Great vision by Nemanja Bjelica as the teams go to their benches. There's 12 points in it. Serbia leads France 63-51.
fait que des exploits, on veut toujours la mettre sur le banc. Alors, ils sont tous dans la raquette.
If you're Serbia, you got to like that pick and roll between the 5 and the 4 much better than you do with Teodosic.
Just talk us through the personnel on that, John. So when you say Serbia, the 5 and the 4, you mean?
Bjelica's running the pick and roll. He has the ball. Raduljica comes up and sets a screen. But instead of having Batum be the other defender with Gobert, where you have so much length and agility, you have different defenders. And Serbia, since Bjelica is such a good ball handler, he can make plays, as we saw perfectly executed on that last possession.
Bjelica, classic point forward, a player who we call him number 4, a strong forward. He can put the ball on the floor, he can shoot from the perimeter, he can handle. Definitely an asset offensively for the Serbs is Nemanja Bjelica. He showed some point guard skills too with that little pass.
Yeah, we see him crossover. And he's a quick to shoot from deep. Again, he struggled throughout this tournament, only shooting around 20% from the three-point range. But we know he can stretch the defense because of his shooting ability from long range.
Bjelica with 4 assists. Markovic lead the pack for Serbia. Here's Hurtel. Batum comes to get it. Finds Diao. Diao's going to let fly with a 3. It's good. Boris Diao with a 3 for France. And there's the single digits. The difference is 9. Hurtel just gets deep in the lane against Markovic. Markovic's little push shot, no good. Gobert with another rebound, and here's Fournier on the wing.
France is setting pick and rolls and getting switches and mismatches on defense. We see Hurtel against Bjelica, the 4-man.
Batum tries his hand in a 3. Voila! Nicolas Batum with a 3 for France. And all of a sudden now, John, it's 6. It's only 2 possessions.
You can just see the mentality of the French players. The psychology has definitely turned much more aggressive on both ends of the court. Serbia has to come up with a good possession.
Oh my heavens! Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Raduljica with the tip. Batum gets inside, draws the foul. Going to the line.
The thing I like about France in this play, they weren't crying, they weren't complaining about that lucky basket. They got the ball on the net quickly, went down court, and you see Batum immediately take the ball to the basket.
Look at Kirstich as he blesses himself. Terrific. All these sights here for you in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup.
You'll take it anywhere you can. They've been struggling. Serbia's been struggling scoring points. Only their second basket in this 4th quarter.
Team's free throw up and good. They're a good free throw shooter throughout the tournament. Averages 75%.
All of a sudden, Batum has 24 points. He's been deadly from long-range distance, but we know he can score around the basket. France is going to need that from him.
This is by far his strongest offensive game in this tournament. Batum wants to clear out. He wants Markovic in a low post, and now Bogdanovic switches with him. Here's Hurtel. Extra pass to the corner to Fournier. Fournier lets fly, and Fournier knocks down a 3, and he emotes. And would you believe it, Coach Djordjevic is going to burn his 2nd timeout. France are within 4 on the strength of the 3 from that man there, Evan Fournier. It's the extra pass by Diao, and the 3 ball by Fournier. Serbia lead France 65-61.
Serbia continues to switch on the pick and rolls. That's creating some matchups. French team is taking perfect advantage of it. You see them moving the ball and finding the open man. You have shooters in the corner. That stretches the defense. And with that excellent ball movement, they're getting some clean looks.
John, just put us into, as a player, former player, put us into the mindset now of the Serbs. They've seen a 16-point lead completely dissipate. Are they nervous?
Oh yeah, they're definitely nervous. They're on their heels now. The psychology has changed. The French team, they're the aggressors now. Serbia has to get it back. They have to get some stops. They can get some stops on the defensive end. That will give them confidence to be a little bit more relaxed on the offensive end. Right now, they're not getting it done on either end of the court. They're struggling to score points, but they're certainly unable to stop the French team. France is leading this quarter 15-4.
Batum is locking down Teodosic. What is Serbia looking for here, John?
They want to move the ball around. That's a quick shot. But hey,
if you can shoot it like that, why not?
Yeah,
Bogdanovic can really shoot it. And he's fearless, age 22. Sometimes he doesn't know the occasion. Fournier's teardrop, no good. Gets it back.
There again, you see the aggressiveness. Fournier sticking with the play. If he didn't have his teammate Diao had it, definitely France is being much more aggressive, and it's paying off for them. They're back in this game, but they have to get some stops on the defensive end also.
There's an English expression from Rudyard Kipling, John. It goes, if you can keep your head about you while all others lose theirs, you obviously don't understand the seriousness of the situation. And Bogdanovic just catches and shoots as if it's a pickup game.
Yep, that will work in your favor. We haven't seen too many times where he just comes off the pick like that and shoot it. We know he can do. We've seen that with Partizan. We haven't seen it too many times here with the Serbian national team.
It's a worried look by Coach Djordjevic. 5 points the difference. Serbia trying to get a cushion. We've got a foul here.
Maybe on Diao trying to get through Madalisa's wide body screen. Too much contact. See it here.
Third personal foul on Diao. You like that call, John? You don't think it was a moving screen by Radulica?
Well, if you look at it there, Radulica moved his hips, but he might have, Diao might have pulled him and forced that play. Again, we see France is in the penalty, so this is costly. Any foul now is going to result in 2 free throws for Serbia. As we've seen, it's very difficult to score points for them. You do not want to put them on the line. You want to keep aggressive defense, but if you can avoid putting them on the free throw line, it'll be much better for you.
Bjelica makes both free throws. The last time he was in the semifinal in Turkey in 2010, he had just 2 points. He has 8 this evening. Batum with a crossover. Batum, let's fly! Ilal Menshon! He's got the hot hand to Nicolas Batum!
Just when the team needs it, Batum is rising to the occasion, brings his team within 4 points.
Batum is 6 of 8 from beyond the rainbow. And Bogdanovic just glides to the basket and lays it up and in.
That was smooth also, with finishing with his left hand.
Diao to Batum. He draws the attention of Bjelica. What's Batum got for us now? He'll give to Fournier, who catches and shoots. It wouldn't drop. Diao couldn't keep it alive for France. Here comes Teodosic. Coach Collet wants a timeout for France. Teodosic has been quiet. Markovic, extra pass to Bogdanovic. No good. Oh, here's Diao.
Markovic had an open look, but I think he made the correct decision. Get into the hot hand. Bogdanovic wasn't able to make that shot.
Hot hands. Batum gives it up to Boris Diao, and then goes and gets it back. Spots up for the 3. In and out.
There's that handoff play. That's very effective. Usually we get a clean look for Batum, wasn't able to knock it down.
It's a 6-point difference. That's 2 possessions. Wouldn't have served for him to get another basket here. The pass intended for Bogdanovic, and the referee is going to call Evan Fournier for a hold to see if we can see what happened on the instant replay.
Use his hands, definitely use his hands. And again, it's going to be 2 free throws for the Serbian team. Bogdanovic will go to the line.
We'll take a break as both teams head for the benches. Serbia lead France in the semis, 72-66. This is the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup.
Allez, on jette, on tire, mais on cadre. Écoute-moi, on cadre les attaquants. Ok, autrement ils vont driver, après on fait faute. Et on hésite à aider, forcément. Donc il ne faut pas donner le 1 contre 1, et pas faire de faute bête. Là ils ont marqué que des lancers depuis un moment, ok? Allez, donc maintenant et on repart. C'est pas fini, on peut remettre 2 paniers à 3 points. Il reste 3-13, c'est long, ok?
Well, John, just to bring the viewers up to date, USA beat Lithuania yesterday. The score of 96-68. The Americans have booked their passage to the final. Lithuania will play tomorrow in the bronze medal game. It's a halftime interval. The score between the USA and Lithuania was close. The Americans led 43-35, but then the USA came out in the third quarter, as they have done many times in this tournament. They put 33 points on the board in the third quarter, and the Americans said hasta la vista to the Baltic Giants.
Yeah, we've seen the American team coming out of those halftime lockers. They just have been blowing teams away in those third quarters, just wearing teams down. Their physicality, their athleticism, it's on full display in the second half of most of their games.
Coach Collet on the left, at the helm of his team since 2009. This is Bogdanovic for the Serbs. The charity stripe. He was the EuroLeague Rising Star Award winner this season with KK Partizan. Head to Turkey next year, playing for Fenerbahce with his national team teammate Manu Bjelica. Bogdanovic makes both free throws. So I always think, John, 8's a nice, comfortable margin for a lead.
Only 3 minutes left to play. Serbia's in good shape. They just got to run the clock, make France work for their points. They got to use their time on offense. Also run the clock down.
This foul is on Stefan Markovic's fourth personal as he's trying to get to grips with Nicolas Batum, who has 27 points for the French. Pertel came around the screen and was open. If it's on Markovic, it could be. And for him, it's not. It's on. Oh, it is. I beg your pardon. It is on Stefan Markovic, John. And so that is his fifth foul. How important a loss will this be for Serbia?
He's a veteran player, Markovic. He's doing it on the defensive end, but also he's making some good plays on the offensive end. Jovic will take his place. And Jovic, we know, is an outstanding defensive player. He probably doesn't have the offensive skills as of yet, which Markovic brings to the table.
Markovic disconsolate as he walks out. He can't believe it. Foul is against him in this sense. Thomas Pertel to the free throw line for France. Pertel was third in assists in the EuroLeague this season with the Labrador Kucha Victoria club. Here in the Spanish ACB and in the EuroLeague. He makes both free throws. Jovic comes into the cauldron here, which is known as La Palacio de Deportes in Madrid. Dosic, can he get himself going? He's going to let fly. Oh! Dosic with the Chisto! Cal Souza!
That's a big-time shot coming off the pick and roll, going to his left. Oh, man. Dosic, some play.
It was nothing but nylon, and Batum responds! Batum says, and he looks at Dosic and says, what you can do, I can do too.
France is going to have to extend their pressure defense.
Bogdanovic is fouled by Jelabal.
Definitely some contact on that move.
John, you and I have been waiting for a great game, and this has been nothing short of a fabulous second half.
Both teams are playing very well right now. Really anybody's game, still 2.5 minutes left to play. Serbia's showing a lot of composure and poise to withstand this French rally. They made some big plays on the offensive end.
Batum has 30, Dosic 24. This young man, Bogdanovic, whose first free throw rims out, has 10.
Serbian players are looking at the scoreboard, looking at that clock. Still 2 minutes, 24 seconds left to play.
Bogdanovic gets the shooter's roll on the second one. 7 points. Makes it a 3-possession game. Diao lines up for a 3 of his own, and the French are coming out and shooting the lights out. France now 13 for 30 from behind the three-point line. They're shooting themselves back in this game. They trail by 4. Bogdanovic trying to break down Pietrus, but Danovich just goes in the lane and lays it up and in. That's just too easy if you're France.
What skills. That was a tough shot. He went to his left and was able to finish with his left.
Hertel snaps a pass to Batum. What great vision by Thomas Hertel. You can see why he was third in assists in the EuroLeague there.
They cannot afford to trade baskets, though. They're going to have to get a stop, the French team.
There's Batum, was playing lockdown defense on Teodosic.
Nice pass. What a great roll by Kirstic.
Pretty basketball by the Serbs.
They spread the floor perfectly there.
Well, Diao wants it. Hertel didn't see him. Diao's going to step into. No, he's going to move it on to Batum. Batum's going to take a shot. No, he's going to pass to Diao. What am I talking about? Diao to Hertel. Hertel steps into a three, and he's got it! Thomas Hertel! Voila! Three for France! They trail by three. It's a one-possession game.
Hertel has been deadly at the end of these games. He's come up clutch time and time again.
Well, who's going to keep their nerve? Teodosic feathers a pass into Kirstic. Kirstic's jump hook is good.
Great position by Kirstic. Goes straight in front of the rim. Post up in the middle of the lane. Perfectly executed pass by Teodosic. Surprised he fouls here. Stops the clock. Sends Hertel to the line.
Well, John, I was just about to say to you, at what stage does Coach Djordjevic come back with Radulica? But maybe he won't, because you've got Kirstic as a veteran. You've got Teodosic as your veteran players on the floor.
I think Kirstic will do a little bit better on defense, a little bit more mobile. I think it's a good idea to have Kirstic on the floor in this situation. France is going small. Of course, Diao is basically the five-man right now.
Hertel was a member of the French team that won the gold medal last summer in Slovenia at the Eurobasket European Championships. Hertel now to make it a one-possession game. The second free throw up and good. Hertel a 90% free throw shooter through the tournament. If you're France, can you dig in here, John, and play defense one possession before you got to think about fouling?
No, you don't want to foul. You definitely want to play defense. They've been doing a solid job on defense for the most part. Now's when they really need it, though.
Teodosic, who's going to take the shot for Serbia? Teodosic penetrates, stops, pops, no good. Diao skies for the rebound. Now France need a three. If you're Serbia, do you foul?
You do not let them shoot from three-point range. That was an early foul by Teodosic, but he made sure that they didn't give up the three-point look.
My partner's right on it. He knows that you do not give France a chance to tie it and send it to overtime. You commit the tactical foul.
Be interested to see what the percentage of France is from the three-point line the last 10 shots. Might have missed 2 or 3. All of a sudden, they're shooting 45% from beyond the arc, 14 out of 31. But they've been hot. You do not want to let them shoot from three. You do not want to give them a chance to tie the game.
Now, John, if Hertel makes this free throw, he brings France within one. France are going to have to foul, or do they pressure in the backcourt and wait till they get it over to half for Serbia?
I think they'll pressure in the backcourt, and you want to try. You probably don't want to send Teodosic to the line. He's an 88% free throw shooter.
Well, Hertel misses the second free throw, and Pietrus commits the first. The quick foul on Nikola Kalinic.
That's actually a good foul by Pietrus. Kalinic missed his 2 free throws earlier.
John, this is what I call waiter at the table time. You take the pretty girl to the restaurant, you get all the courses, the wine, dessert, the coffee, and then the waiter presents you with the bill. Now, if you don't have any money, you don't see the bonita anymore. In this case, the referee comes and he presents you the basketball. He wants to know what you got in your basketball wallet. Have you been shooting free throws in your gym at home? So we'll see what Nikola Kalinic has got in his basketball wallet. It is waiter at the table time.
You have to shoot with confidence. You cannot be afraid in these situations.
Kalinic makes the first.
The first shot is always the most difficult shot. He makes the first shot. If he makes this one, it's a 2-possession game. A big, very big shot here.
Johnny makes this. Serbia don't foul. He misses. They do.
Yes.
Kalinic. This is Nikola Kalinic we're talking about. This guy's got character in Spain, says the English say.
We could not expect anything less from Nikola Kalinic.
Well, Vincent Collet is going to take a timeout. France trail by 4. 16 seconds left. This is not the time to go to the refrigerator and get a drink. Stay with us. We'll be back in a brief minute. Okay, John, if you're Coach Collet, do you want a 2, do you want a 3, do you want a quick basket? Doesn't matter. What are your instructions?
You want a quick hitter. If the Serbians give you a path to the basket, you want to take it. If not, you can launch from 3.
Against Serbia, your instructions: play D, don't foul.
You do not want to give them anything easy. You want to stay in front of them. Definitely, you're right. You do not want to foul. You look at all 5 players on the French team. All of them are threats from deep. With Pietrus, we've seen him hit the three-pointer, that his job will be to screen, to free somebody up.
Sideline ball, so France advanced the ball to their quarter court on the timeout. Collins breaks it up. Hurtel's going to try and get something going to the basket. He'll lean in. His shot won't fall. And Nemanja Bjelica with a rebound that could send Serbia to the finals of the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup.
That's a big-time play by Collins, deflecting that pass, disrupting the French offense. Hurtel had to go to half court to retrieve that ball, drove to the basket. Just struggled to get that shot up, did not get a good look at the basket. He had to shoot it.
The foul is on Nicolas Batum. Now, let me ask you this, John. If you're Bjelica, let's say he makes the first. Do you miss the second and prevent the French from taking the timeout?
No, I think you want to make the shot, put as many points on the board as you can in this situation. They'll need 2 3-pointers to tie. There's only 7.3 seconds left to play. Definitely want to make this shot.
Bjelica does. So Batum gets the ball from Diao. He's going to play in the loose. Batum rises, and he got it! Nicolas Batum with 35 points for France. They trail by 3. And we have a substitute here at the scorer's bench. So just to bring the viewers up to date, it is a timeout. So here's the shot by Batum. And the French, John, are just not going to die.
No, and Batum has been enormous. And again, we ask the question, why doesn't he do this more? He's such an unselfish player, but he's been deadly from 3-point range, and he's been scoring 35 points in this game. We have not seen a scoring performance by anybody in this tournament thus far.
I think Pau Gasol had 33 we saw in Group A play, but this is Nicolas Batum with a fantastic performance for the French.
I mean, look at his shooting percentage, 11 for 16 from the field, 8 of 11 from 3-point range. He missed a free throw, he's 5 for 6, but hey, just a great job. That's all in 36 minutes, 35 points, 36 minutes. It's tough to score in Europe.
Wow, with 2 seconds left, John, France needed a turnover or an immediate foul. And Serbia just want to get the ball in. They want to have strong hands. Bogdanovic, Batum deflects the pass.
Clock lost a few seconds.
0.3 of a second. Teodosic is trying to say to his teammates, guys, you got to get open. I got Batman guarding me here. There's the pass to Simonovic, and he is fouled. Fouled by Boris Diaw.
Now here's the situation you asked earlier. Even if you miss the first, it's academic. He just has to make 1 free throw here, regardless.
We're just looking at the statistics. Simonovic has shot 64% from the free throw line in this tournament. Maybe he's a better free throw shooter than his numbers suggest, but usually you want your best free throw shooters on the floor. Serbia have got 4 guards on the floor. Bjelica the only, if you like, big. This is the hands team, I suppose. Here's Simonovic. First shot up and good, and that'll seal it. And Djordjevic. Coach Djordjevic knows it as he hugs Bjelica. John Borstian was interviewed in the pregame interview this afternoon, and someone said, you know, is this a fairy tale for the French? And he said, well, it's definitely a dream. We would love to be able to compete for a World Cup medal. Well, they have a chance tomorrow to the French. They will go into the bronze medal game and square off against the Baltic Giants from Lithuania. For Serbia, they will go to the finals, and they will play Team USA. There's your final score in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Serbia beat France 90-85 in the semifinal from Madrid. John, what a moment this must be for Serbian basketball fans, players. Get a look at the fans here in the arena. The last time they were in the finals was in the World Championships, now the FIBA World Cup in 2002 in Indianapolis.
Well, there were a lot of question marks for them coming into this tournament. Like you said, they barely qualified. They were barely able to get a bid. But they have played excellent basketball. They finished 4th in group play. They could have easily finished 2nd. They had one game stolen from them where they were controlled. They also were ahead in the 4th quarter by 7 points against Brazil. They ended up losing that game. But they played so well, and they sure did show a lot of character tonight by withstanding that furious French rally.
Right now, the Serbian players that you don't see are just over there with Coach Djordjevic embracing their fans. Right there, you can see them embracing each other. It's been a long journey. You know, they start their preparations mid-July, and here we are, mid-September. They play preparation games, did the Serbs, come through Group A. Now they are one game away from becoming the champions of the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. John, France attempted 33 threes, and they made 15 of them. It was the 3-ball which helped them get in this game in the second half.
Yeah, France began to light it up from 3-point range. They made some good plays. And again, Serbia made some incredible plays also, and they were just good enough to eke out this win.
Well, John, it's been my pleasure being with you. Our tournament is done, and maybe we would like to express our thanks to the Spanish people who've been wonderful hosts both in Granada and Madrid.
Yeah, Liam, it's been a pleasure working with you. We see some great basketball. We've had a great time, and I thank you for your great work.
Well, speaking of great work, Nikola Batum had 35 points in a losing effort for France. Teodosic had 24 for Serbia. There you go. It's Batum with 35, Teodosic with 24. So on behalf of my partner, John Rogers, this is Liam Canny saying adios. Join us tomorrow for the bronze medal game in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup from Madrid.